Hi, welcome to 3D Leisure at Home with me, Gail, and we are going to be doing fitness Pilates today. So turn the sound down a tiny bit. Working half an hour on the core strength and doing a little bit of stretch as well, a little bit of back work. So hopefully you join me, and any comments, guys, I will put them up at the end. Drink of water and a mat is all you need, and a bit of space, and just breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. So hopefully you're well and ready for this today. So we're just going to start with our feet nice and grounded, hip width apart, and drawing the belly button in tight. So nice tight core, shoulders sinking down, and then we're just going to reach out to the side on our in breath, dropping the head over, out breath coming back. So in breath and out, in through the nose and out through the mouth, and one more time, in breath and out. Arms reaching up, in breath, stretch, long spine, out breath, float the arms back down, in breath, nice big deep breath in, and breathe out. And we're just going to lift one leg, so lifting the knee. So we want to just have your hands on your waist to begin with, lifting the knee up and holding that knee nice and high. On out breath, we want to just kick out and in. If you feel too much pressure on the hip, then you can have one finger underneath to assist, or an option is just to tap down and up. So we breathe out and in. So just try and keep the knee high. Pick a spot that you're looking at, so it helps on the balance. Keep your hips level, keep your back nice and long, and we're going to change legs. So just lifting, get in the balance first, and then out breath and in. So this can be lower if it feels uncomfortable, higher is harder. So out breath as you kick out, in breath as we come back. So out breath and in, and from there taking it down. So we're just going to want to fold down. So take a deep breath in, and we're just going to roll down. So breathing out, reaching down, drawing that belly button up tight, allowing the head to hang. You can have a slight bend in your knees, and on your next out breath, draw the tummy up, roll up nice and slow, rolling up, coming back up with the head last. Roll your shoulders, in breath and out, in breath and out, and then the opposite way, in breath and out, in breath and out, and then just scissor the arms. So when you're scissoring the arms, make sure this back is nice and flat, navel drawn back to spine, and breathe out and in. Really lift, nice and high. And then we're going to just sit back. So we're going to bring our feet together, and we're just going to sit back, activate the legs. So try and squeeze the legs back so the legs are active, and the glutes. And we're lifting up on your in breath, nice long back, and out breath back up. In breath, lift, and out breath back. Last time, breathing in and breathing out. So I'm just going to walk to the back of the mat, and have space to come down into your plank. So take a deep breath in, breathe out, reach down, and you can have those bent legs if you prefer, and we walk out into your plank. And we want the hands to be directly under the shoulders, head in line with the spine, and heels pushing back. So nice tight core. We don't want the bottom up. We are drawing the belly button up and pushing the shoulders away from the ears. And the easier option is to just drop your knees down, so just hold, and then bring your knees down. Allow your bottom to come back down on towards the heels, onto the heels, arms out to the front, head on your mat. Reach the fingertips forward, draw the elbows in, and breathe nice and deep, nice and slow, allowing your body to get heavy on your out breath. One more. And from there, we're going to come back into, we'll come up onto the knees first. We're going to lean back. So we want the arms forward. Arms are forward, the chin is lifted, and these hips are pushing forward. So we're not doing a back bend, we're leaning back with the hips pushing out to the front. So get the good tight core, arms out, push the hips out to the front as you lean back on out breath, keeping the chin up, in breath coming back, out breath, and in, and out breath, and in, and push, sit nice slowly, good boy, out breath, and in. Stay back on your next one. Really push those hips out to the front. You'll feel the tingling in your legs. If it's too much, come up and then come back into this position. And breathe. Really focus on that belly button pulling back. Tight. And come back. And you should have tingly legs. So we're facing the front. Take one leg out to the side, so the toe, knee and hip is in line together, in line with your shoulder. Breathing in and breathing out, bringing the hand down and lifting the leg up and stretching over the head. Breathing in, coming up, and breathing out, reaching over. In breath, stretch fingertips. Breathing out. Big stretch, in breath, and breathing out. And we're going to stay down on your next reach, and we're going to lift and little pulses of this leg. You should feel this in this outer thigh area. If you don't want to lift the leg, you can just stay with the leg grounded. Really reach above the head. Give me little circles back. And then little circles forward. And back, little pulses up. Should be feeling it by now. And come back up. And change legs. So the leg, again, make sure when you look down your body that the leg is not forward or back. Total alignment here. Big deep breath in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. Breathing in, stretch, breathing out. In breath long, out breath. Nice and slowly, nice little smooth. Really get the stretch in breath. We're going to stay down. So here we pulse lift. I always feel it more on this side. Lift and then circle. Little circles back and little circles forward. And then pulse lift. Woo, feeling that. Come back up and knees down. So we're going to come into our full arm plank. And if you wish to be from elbows, if you have sore wrists, then you can come down, elbows directly underneath your shoulder. I'm going to do a full arm, so you can do what is comfortable for you. Spread your fingers, and this takes a little bit of pressure off the wrist. Take one foot back And then the other one, stand in your plank, push back. And on in breath, we're going to draw this foot up and out breath down. So in breath, lift, and out breath down. In breath and out, tummy tight. In breath and out. So we're just going to keep your balance here. I'm going to try and lift the arm. So we lift. So you're trying here to keep your shoulders level and the hips level. And we breathe nice and long with the fingertips. Stretch. Keep those shoulders level. Don't twist up from knees if it's too difficult. Just lift and lower. And sit back. And give a little stretch. Fingers reaching forward. Elbows drawing in. Allow the breathing to slow down. And again, big deep breath in. And breathe out. So we're going to take that from your knee on all fours. And we want to just lift. I'll turn this way. I'm going to tilt my camera down a tiny bit. So we want to just, yeah, a little bit better maybe. So we want to lift opposite arm and leg from your fours position. Lift the opposite arm and leg. Nice long stretch, belly button drawing up. And on your out breath, take the arm and the leg away from centre. And in breath, bring it back. Now try and keep these shoulders level. The torso stays forward facing. Head in line with your spine. Lift that leg bottom high and the arm in line with the shoulder. And then we're going to change sides. Just get the long stretch. Tummy up. On your next out breath, take the leg and arm out. And in breath back. So breathing out and breathing in. Breathing out, the wider you go, the harder it is. And taking it out breath and in and come back into your fours. Breathe out, push up, tilt the head under. And in breath, belly button starts to move down and bottom lifts, head forward. If there's no neck pain, tilt the head back. Breathing out, tucking your chin under, pushing up to that big rounded back. It always feels so nice. In breath through the nose and out breath through the mouth. And we're going to just take it into our plank position again. So one foot back, then the other. Hold this position. And if you can, you're going to try and lift opposite arm and leg and back down. It's really difficult. So lifting opposite arm and leg and back. So lift the core up tight, get the tummy to work, and then try and get your balance, which I've not got today. And then change and lift. And rest. Okay, that was tough. We're going to lie on our side. Exactly full line with the body. So we're lying down. Legs tilting forward onto your hip bone at the front. Resting your head. You can lie down if you wish. And we're just going to lift that leg up on out breath and in. Breathing out and in. Out breath and in. Now if you wish to push up with two legs and back down on in breath. breathe out and in. And if you want to make this a little bit more challenging, have this arm coming forward and push up onto the elbow, reaching down towards your ankle, and in breath down. Breathe out, push up, and breathe in. Breathing out, and breathing in. Staying up if you want to challenge yourself, and pulse lift. So we need small little lifts, but effort on reaching down through the fingertips towards the feet. Push, breathe. Don't hold your breath. And rest. So we're going to come up into our little elbow plank. Elbow directly under shoulder. Options, knee is your easiest. One foot in front, slightly harder. Feet stacked on top of one another, hardest. Pushing up, reaching up, lift. Keep the hips on top of one another. And breathe. And then we're going to breathe in and breathe out. So in breath and out. In breath and out. So lift nice and high. And we're going to hold up. Reach across the head. Big stretch. And then we're going to bring that arm back and bring your body down. So we're going to come into a full arm. Again, if it's too difficult, keep one knee on the floor. We're going to come into side plank, full arm. Again, option, feet in front. In fact, no, we will do feet. Take your top leg behind your bottom leg and push up. So we're in this position. You can have one knee on the mat if it's too difficult. We bring this arm over and move the other one slightly back, and the feet still same position. We breathe in, we drop down your hip. You breathe out, you push up slightly. So breathing in is a small move, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. If it's too hard, take that knee down. You can still do the same. You want to feel this in your obliques and your waist. Push. And last one. And bring it down. Z legs. 90-90. Take your arms over. Push your hip out as you lift your chest. In breath, we lift. Out breath, we push. And we work into, you can stay here. You can come down and you can stay on elbows, or you can come totally flat. You want to be able to relax into this one, so if there's a strain, come back up onto your elbows or your full arm. Nice slow breathing. And from there, we're going to come up. We're going to take the legs round to the other side, and we're going to lie down and support your head again, and you can have the head totally flat and arm out if you wish. So this is, you're totally in line together, toes, hip and shoulder. So don't have your top hip pushing back. You want to be weighted onto like your bottom hip, so if you took your hand away you would sort of kind of fall forward. So we're just lifting on out breath and in, breathing out, keeping those hips on top, leg lifts directly in line with your shoulder, so if you have a little look down, the leg's not coming forward or back, it's perfect. In line. And then if you want to make this harder, we lift. So the hand that's on the floor in front, try not to push too hard. Try to take the focus onto the tight stomach. So really you could have even just like 2 little fingers on this mat to give you balance. rather than really pushing into the mat. And again, challenge yourself, take your arm out in front, come up on an out breath and in. So if you don't want to slump, you want to control the down and control your up and stretch. So in breath and out, and in breath and out. And we're going to stay up on the next one. Stay up and pulse left. So we stretch the fingers as we lift the legs. Make it tough. Happy Friday. Work hard. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And rest. Whew. Okay, so we're going to come up onto our full arm plank. Do the elbow first, sorry. So again, knee on the floor, 1 foot in front, feet stacked on top, lift, tuck that bottom in, hips on top, breathe in down, breathe out up, breathe in, breathe out. In breath through nose, out breath through the mouth. Always sleeping lovely here on the mat, chilling out. Last one. And rest. From there, I'm taking it into the full arm, knee on the mat if you wish. You know your options, so take 1 foot behind the other one, top leg behind bottom leg, lift, stretch. Get this big lift of the hip, and then we bring this top hand over to the side, take the other hand slightly back, and breathe in, hips down, breathe out, push. So in breath and out, in and out. So you should feel this in the waist. Knee can be on the mat. And we bring it down into our 90-90 legs. This foot can be forward in a straight line, or it can be tapped in, whatever feels comfortable. Hands over to the side, lift the chest. So when you push forward with the hip, you want to feel this like in your outer thigh area as well. So you get a nice stretch on the waist as well. And then if you want to come down and just keep the chest up, keep pushing forward, breathe and relax, or rest, slow the breath down. Nice big inhale through your nose and exhale through the mouth, getting heavier. One more. And breathing out. And push up. Okay, we are going to sit back. My mat is disintegrating here. So I've got little bits peeling off. Okay, guys. Hands forward, chin up, out breath. Lean back. Now take this today into the flat back, not the rounded back at the start. Lift the chest and lean back. And then on your next out breath, take a deep breath in, out breath, we're going to roll the hips up and we are now arching. So we come down, nice and slow, upper back, bone by bone. Stretch if you have space. I haven't. Above the head. Take the legs long. Point the toes. Push the small of the back into the mat. And when your next come up, you can either have the bent legs or your straight legs. We want to lift up, peel yourself up. On in breath, flatten the back as you lift. And out breath, roll this time. Coming all the way down. And stretch above the head, And from there, bring your knees in and pull yourself up. So it might take you a couple of times to roll. And we want one leg out straight and one leg bent. Now, if the hands are behind, this is your easier option. If the hands are forward, so just like fingertips resting, it'll be harder. So we want to take the focus onto the tight belly button and the leg pushing down on the mat, and then you lean back to a position of effort, so the chin is still up, and we hold and we lift this leg to make this harder off the mat. Stay down with the foot if it's too difficult. And then we're going to lift on out breath and squeeze the belly button in, out breath and in. So again, easier option, harder, fingertips down. You can even have the hands up if you prefer. So breathing out and in, breathing out and in. Squeeze the belly button on your lift. Come up to knee high and down. Point that toe, smile, and hold that leg. Then bring the knee in. So breathing out and in. Breathing out and in. Hands behind to make this easier. And have a little rest. Give a stretch up on in breath. Flatten the back. Out breath. Drop down. Chin down to chest. Rounded back. In breath. Lift. Head tall to the ceiling. Out breath, roll, and come up and take the other leg out. So again, take the focus on belly button, pulling in, back nice and tall, and we lean back to a position again of effort. So this belly button, it really wants to squeeze. Lifting the foot off makes this harder, and we're lifting up on out breath. And in breath down, breathing out and in, out and in. Work these tight abs. Something updating there. Hopefully you're still with me. I apologise. Phone wanting to update. So we were doing coming in, leg bend, breathing out and in, and rest. Lift and roll down, lift and roll down. Well done. So I'm having a good time. My phone ringing yesterday and then my phone updating. So we're going to try and make this a little bit harder. So we want to be lifting the legs up to tabletop. And we want to lift the arms up. Hands can be behind if you can't manage. We're trying to stretch, keep the chin up. And nice and slowly, we are aiming to lift the legs. If it's too hard, stay in bent legs. If it's too difficult, stay with feet on the mat. Or you can do it as a little sequence, legs up, and back and down. So your choice, holding, lifting, and then give a little stretch. So good, and out breath. So we're going to roll down onto the mat, resting the head, and we want to draw the knees in, give a little stretch, and then bring yourself back up, and we're going to try and tap. So we want to tap to the heels and then the hips, the heels and then the hips, heels and hips. So we lift and lower, squeeze, bring it in and bring it up. Try a couple if it's too difficult, have a rest, come back in. So tap and tap, tap and tap, squeeze, tongue down, and lift. And roll down, oh, and stretch. So good. So we're going to have a little free legs to finish. Didn't even realise the time there. So we want the toes coming together, knees up, squeeze up and back down. Feet can be on the mat to make it easier and harder. Bring the knees and elbows together and lengthen. So breathing out and in, out and in. And squeeze, and squeeze, and hug. Well done. So we've already stretched the waist. So we're just going to drop the knees to one side. You can have a cushion between your knees if you wish. Hands out, and if it's too difficult to hold your shoulders down, the hands can come further down towards your feet. Just stretching, bring your other hand on to press to make it a bigger stretch. And then we're going to take the legs up, drop the knees the other side, try and keep both the shoulders down, hand on and press. If you don't feel enough here, take your knees further up towards your shoulder, on the side that they're dropping over. Press down and breathe. And from there, let the knees come back up. Grab the knees, bring yourself up. And we're just going to drop the knees out. Out breath, lift the chest up, squeeze down. Sorry, a couple of seconds over, but we were interrupted there. So we're going to just take one leg out and bring one leg in. You can have a cushion under this leg. Reach forward, lift the chest and push forward. And nice and slowly bring it back up. Change legs. Bring that foot in. Allow your knee to drop if it can. If there's pain in the knee, then just relax and have a couple of cushions underneath. We're trying to keep the body forward facing, and we're out breath. We lift the chest and push forward and down. Crossing the legs and breathe out and push out. Drop your head down. Take the arms behind. Out breath, push away. Open up the chest. Big stretch. Lift behind on your out breath. Really lift. Get that stretch into the front of the shoulders as well as the chest. Stretch in the neck. Push over the head. Drop it down. Stretch right down to the top of the shoulder, palm or fingers pushing down on the mat. Change, head over, squeeze down. And let's just do one last little twist. Hand on opposite knee, hand behind, lift the chest and breathe out and look behind. Changing sides. Breathing in, lift that chest, breathe out, twist round. You can keep your head side facing if it's a neck pain, and come back. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed that, and hope you're going to have a fabulous weekend, guys. I'll be back next week. So have a drink now, and again, any comments, just put them up, and cheers. Really appreciate it that you joined me. Take care. Bye.